For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder.
From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders, and it's distributed evenly.
That's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a naturally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, you know?
Terence Crawford's preparation for his upcoming clash with Canelo Alvarez has stirred attention after reports surfaced online. Some rumors suggest Crawford might be dealing with a shoulder concern heading into the fight this Saturday. This has raised questions among fans about whether he will enter the ring at full strength. However, former world champion Tim Bradley dismissed the speculation, stating that only Crawford's close team knows the truth. Bradley expressed full confidence that Crawford will be ready and capable of competing at the highest level, regardless of minor setbacks. His words highlight Crawford's toughness, mindset, and reputation as a fighter who never makes excuses.
Bradley, you already know the rest. F that damn shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. Man, I see some bozos talking about, oh, his shoulder hurt and all this. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You just talking just to talk. You have no clue what's going on in Crawford's camp. No clue. So shut up, bozo. Man, tired of this, man. Golly. Even the stuff about Boots beating the hell out of Canelo, Fugazi, that's not true. That was not true. That was not true. Man, everybody always creating stupid ass narratives just to get views, yo. For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder. Bro, this is what we signed up for. This is part of being a fighter. That's what it's part of. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. This is what comes with it. That's it. Stop making excuses. Don't want to hear that, man. Hell no. No excuses. No team. Winner takes all on this one. That's how that go. Winner takes all. We don't want to hear no damn excuses by anybody. I know I don't. Hell no. Canelo win fair and square. He win fair and square. That's just what it is. He's the better fighter. Period. If Crawford wins fair and square, he's the better fighter. That's what it is. Period. I don't want to hear nothing about no weight. I don't want to hear none of that. Nope. They the same damn weight. That's what they are. On fight night, they might be a different weight.
Saudi advisor Turki Alalshik, a key figure in hosting major boxing events in the kingdom, shared his excitement for the upcoming battle. He described it as their biggest boxing event yet, emphasizing the worldwide attention surrounding it. When asked about Crawford's move up in weight, Alalshik was confident, assuring fans that both fighters will arrive at their very best. His comments reflect the professional environment created for this super fight, focused on making history on a global stage.
It's been good. It's been good. And this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
What do you make of Terence Crawford's shape? He posted that photo with the six-pack. How do you think he's handling the weight?
This is the fight, the biggest fight for them. And they will be ready 100%, both of them.
Thank you very much.
Oscar De La Hoya, the Hall of Famer and Golden Boy promoter, highlighted the challenges Crawford faces. Moving up to fight Canelo after a year-long layoff is no small task. De La Hoya explained that Crawford will need to deliver a flawless performance to handle Canelo's strength and experience. On the other hand, Canelo's game plan may be to endure Crawford's shots, control the pace, and use his size advantage. With his deep knowledge of boxing, De La Hoya pointed out how weight and activity play major roles in big fights.
Do you feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez?
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, it was a natural 30-pounder. It's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters.
Right. Yeah.
He's not getting rattled at all.
Right. No.
Berlanga's a big kid.
Right. Yeah.
So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard.
Right.
But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork.
Boy Anthony, Executive Club, getting a fresh haircut. But just want to talk about Canelo Crawford is coming up this weekend and everybody's excited. Here in Vegas, the electricity is in the air. So look, even though these guys are combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is going to box his ears off. It might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? That can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches, but he cannot be comfortable inside the ring.
At the pre-fight press conference, Terence Crawford directly addressed the rumors about his shoulder. Instead of reacting negatively, he used humor and sarcasm to brush off the talk. His confident response showed his calmness under pressure and reminded everyone that he thrives on big occasions. Crawford has always carried himself as a fighter who stays composed and never lets outside noise affect his mindset.
Thank you.
Hey, Terence, how are you? This is Chava Rodriguez from ESPN Knockout. You know, to be involved in this kind of events has a lot of rumors, and you already know that everybody or many people saying that, I don't know if the left one, the right one, or both, but somebody says that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Can you just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. So don't tell Canelo. It may be the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders. Shh, keep that under wraps.
And finally, everybody says that Canelo is going to be the favorite in the stadium with a lot of people supporting him. But what about Omaha? Do you feel many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the Allegiant Stadium?
Former champion Shawn Porter, who once faced Crawford in the ring, gave insight into his preparation. After observing him in camp, Porter praised how Crawford added muscle while keeping his speed and agility. He noted improvements across Crawford's legs, chest, and arms, showing balanced growth. Porter stressed that this physical development is key in competing against a naturally bigger opponent like Canelo.
What do you think most people get wrong when they're thinking of putting on weight for fights?
Most boxers don't lift weights. That's kind of the no-no in boxing. But as I like to say, when you're putting on weight, it has to be muscle. You can't put on fat. You can't put on, sluggish, nothing. Mm-hmm. So the best thing a fighter can do when he's trying to gain 10 pounds to fight at another weight class is hit the weights, up your protein and things of that nature. I saw the man eat. The man is eating brilliantly. He's doing it all right. And that's what I meant when I said, when he decided to take on this challenge and Canelo Alvarez, it takes a good 2 years to successfully put on 10 pounds, along with successfully putting on 10 pounds to get your body to acclimate to that weight, right? So when people talk about him being out of the ring for 13 months, they really have to also accept they have to understand that he's been working and training for everything that he needs to do on fight night against Canelo Alvarez.
So you saw him in camp as he was building and putting that weight on, and you said that you think he's doing it right. From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders, and it's distributed evenly. You'll get a lot of guys who are bottom heavy. You know, they don't have much on the top half. So once you get to the inside, they don't have a lot that they can do with you from this standpoint. I know a lot of people are concerned with Canelo Alvarez. Should he get in close? What's the strength situation going to be like? Well, Crawford's put on the right muscle mass in the chest area, in the ab region, and in the arms and things of that nature. I think he's going to be able to handle the strength just fine.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So,
still, Crawford has faced criticism after a recent photo circulated online where some fans thought he looked out of shape. The image sparked debate, with some comparing it to his sharper training pictures. This led to questions about whether he is truly at peak condition. Such scrutiny is common for top athletes, where every detail is magnified before big events.
Well, first and foremost, the reaction to the photos. I'm in the gyms all the time, and I was in the gyms when these photos came out. So the first photo that dropped was the one of Terence looking all jacked up and ripped and lean and glistening and perfect lighting. And I think he actually posted it himself. And all the guys in the gym were like, yo, Crawford looks sick. He's in great shape. He's going to win. He's going to knock Canelo out, blah, blah, blah. Then a couple days later, the photo on the right comes out where he meets Ilia Topuria, and he looks fleshy and he doesn't look great. He does, you know, like exactly the champ said, it's probably, you know, pre-workout. He probably just drank a bunch of water after the workouts. He's a little bit bloated. He's also not flexing. You know, he's relaxed.
Trainer and boxing analyst Teddy Atlas gave Crawford strong praise after seeing his latest photos. Atlas said Crawford looks dangerous and fully prepared for a career-defining night. He has believed in Crawford from the start and continues to stand by his prediction. Atlas emphasized that it's not just Crawford's physical shape, but also his focus and hunger that set him apart. Known for being honest in his opinions, Atlas's confidence in Crawford adds weight to the discussion.
Vaguely proposed, where a lot of people poo-pooed it. No, Crawford's too small. Forget about it. Doesn't make sense. When it was going through those times, I didn't hesitate. I said Crawford. I'm not changing now. I see, listen, both guys have gotten older. I don't know. I hope it's not. And I'll put the disclaimer out there first. I'm not poo-poo. I'm not raining on anyone's parade. I think it's a very interesting fight, and I hope it's a great fight. And they're making it so big. They're really bringing everything out for this fight. You know, Dana White, his first involvement in boxing, in a promotion of a fight like this. I know he's involved with Walsh, the Irish kid, but I mean, his first really foray with boxing in this kind of way and level with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and they're not holding anything back. I mean, they're putting everything into this. I remember how excited everyone was for the Mayweather fight with Pacquiao. As it turned out, it was 5 years too late. It didn't happen when probably it should have, to really give us a chance to really have a great fight. And people were very disappointed. And I'm hoping that don't happen, and I don't think it will.
Former champion Danny Garcia shared his thoughts on Crawford's bold move. He called Crawford stubborn in the best way, determined to test himself in new territory. Garcia reminded fans that in boxing history, some fighters who moved up in weight achieved greatness, while others struggled. He sees this as Crawford's ultimate challenge, one that could cement his legacy as one of the all-time greats if successful.
Terence Crawford is trying to do what every great has tried to do. is go up in multiple weight classes and win. A lot of people, a few did it, a few didn't. You know what I mean? So that's always one of the hardest things to do is going up many weight classes to beat a nationally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats. You know? But for me, I think Canelo will win a unanimous decision.
Let me ask you this. Because like
just because I could see the fight playing out like, all right, cool, it's competitive first 4 rounds, but I feel like once he feels his power a little bit, he might try to box him a little bit, and Canelo just walk him down. I could just see the judges probably give him the rounds for like aggression.
Let me ask you this, because I was just talking to Chris Colbert today. Funny guy. I know you know Chris. A funny guy.
My guy.
And we was talking about the fight and stuff like that, and we're talking about Canelo's power, but I'm more so interested in seeing how Crawford's legs look in like round 7, 8, 9, when you're putting on all that extra weight, all that extra muscle. Do you think that could bother him a little bit?
Even sparring in the gym, when you spar like naturally bigger guys, that's tough. Because I was doing that for my last fight, and no matter, even when I got down to even when I was 160, I still look more like a welterweight, you know what I mean? Because my body frame, my body type, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guys who are naturally bigger, when they could be 160 but look way bigger than you, just because they got more body mass, they're like their body's more bigger than yours. It's like they're naturally bigger than you. You know what I mean?
Young star Shakur Stevenson also praised Crawford, calling him one of boxing's most inspiring fighters. Stevenson went as far as saying that if Crawford defeats Canelo, it would give him the greatest career resume he has ever seen. By taking on the biggest challenges, Crawford has earned respect from younger fighters who see him as a role model willing to risk it all in pursuit of greatness.
I feel like once he beat Canelo, that will be like one of the greatest resumes in boxing ever, just because of the fact that he's going up 2 divisions just to fight this guy, and this guy's bigger than him. And not only did you just crush Errol Spence, but you go out there and and the way that he beats Canelo too. If he go out there and just dominate and make it an easy fight, honestly, I think that that's going to be like one of the best resumes I ever seen. But as far as the fight, I feel like Bud could beat him easy.
How though? Don't give me everything. Just how is it?
For me, it's a blueprint already. It's literally blueprints to see. Floyd was a lot smaller than Canelo when he fought him. You keep Canelo on the outside. I ain't going to even say too much, but you keep him on the outside and make it an easy night.
So how would you like to see Bud go out right now? Because he getting close to that time.
I think that's the fight. I think that fight, and then just call it, I'm done. What else is there to prove after beating Canelo? There's nothing else to prove.
You can't go up no more.
I mean, unless you want to go fight Usyk.
You gonna go to 75, cruising? You know what I'm saying?
If you fight Usyk, then man.
Hall of Famer Andre Ward provided his expert analysis, reminding fans that Canelo has built much of his career on defeating larger opponents. But Ward also pointed out that Crawford is not a small fighter and has the skills to balance out Canelo's size advantage. According to Ward, Crawford's ability to use his footwork and movement will be the key. If he controls distance and tempo, he can neutralize Canelo's power. Ward's insight underlines how strategy and execution will be just as important as physical preparation.
Also made a career out of breaking down taller fighters, getting inside of the longer reach. But this fight is a little bit different. Crawford, he does very good, especially early on, with keeping opponents at the end of his jab and at the end of his long left hands. If Terence Crawford stays under his feet, stays under his legs, and can...
That's it for today's video. What do you think? Can Crawford shock the world against Canelo? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more boxing updates. See you next time.